Welcome to the Otsego Mutual Web Rater. This video will provide an overview of the rater. To get started, you should have received a password setup email, which is going to bring you to the password setup screen. A couple of things to note here: the password criteria. You'll see that you have red X's here, but as soon as you start typing, it's going to show you that you meet the criteria. Another thing we have here, while you're entering the password, because they need to match in both fields here, you can temporarily show the password before you submit it. So this password matches all the criteria. I'm going to go ahead and click on submit. This is now going to take me to the login screen, and it's going to have my user ID and my login code pre-filled. I have the remember me checked right here, which means that the next time I come to the Otsego Mutual site, it's going to save that login code and user ID. Once you log into the rater, you're automatically directed to your dashboard where you're going to see any marketing message or news from Otsego. All of your most recent quotes are here. Start a new quote, click on the admin menu, click on the reports, tech support options, or the Otsego website right here. We also have these options here on the left-hand main menu, the dashboard, saved quotes, reports, admin menu, tech support options, and the logout button. So I'm going to go ahead and start a new quote, a new homeowner's quote. We also have the homeowner's renewal and access to the dwelling fire rater. So I'm going to click on homeowners. I'll enter today as my effective date, my client name, and you'll see here on the quick rate tab that only the fields that are red are required to enter information. So we'll go ahead and we'll enter an address here. And then when I click to verify the address, it's going to auto-update and show me the distance to water, the geocode, elevation, and the nearest fire department. We also have links here to Zillow and Trulia, and we have our new product, which is OtsegoRater, and if you click on that, it's going to show you all of the information for this property. So OtsegoRater, I'm going to close out of this, and I'll just continue on. So the housing type will say private house, occupancy, owner occupied, ownership type primary, building's a frame, it's detached, we'll say it's built in 2008, one family, two residents, it's got a smoke detector, and we'll say $455,000. I'll keep all the defaults here, click get a rate, and it's going to pull up for all the policy forms, or it's going to show you NA, and when it shows you NA, that means that the policy does not qualify for some reason. So it's telling me here that the risk is within a half mile of a large body of water. You can send an exception request to an Otsego Mutual underwriter for approval. So if the quote did qualify, this is what the premium would be, and there's also a link over here to see the guidelines. So if I wanted to go ahead and send an exception request to an underwriter, I can click on the bind button. And it's showing me here that I have to fill in these required fields on these tabs. So when you see the exclamation point, you'll click on that tab, and any fields that are outlined in red need to be filled. So you would go through that, and again, you'd click on the bind button. As long as everything's filled out, you can send over that exception request. A few things to note up here. We do have a message feature and a note feature. You can add notes to your quote. You can also send email messages from here. Your messages are also copied over to your Outlook email. This can go back and forth, and it is specific to this quote. You can email the insured or an Otsego underwriter. I'm going to go ahead and close out of that. Save. You can save this as a new application, or you can save and overwrite it. You can start a new quote from here. You can log out from here. We have the whole print drop down here. Recent quotes, if you need to access any of your recent quotes, you could do that from here, and we have a link to the underwriting guidelines. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a quote that I already have filled out that's ready to bind. Alright, so I have everything filled out here. I will get a rate. I have ML3 selected here. We show the breakdown. And the full payment plan, it shows you the payment plan options. select a different form, I can also do that here. I'm going to go ahead and click on bind. As long as everything is filled out, it's going to bring me to the bind screen. So that's what we have here. It's going to show me the agency name, that's my company, the insured's name, address, the premium, the policy form. You can switch out the policy form if you wanted to change that here, and the full payment plan. If I wanted to switch the payment plan, I could do that as well. I'll set this to a full payment plan. So I'm going to go ahead and click on bind now. And now the policy is being bound. If you don't have rights to bind a policy, it's going to bring up the form to request to bind the policy to an Otsego Mutual underwriter. All right, so now the policy is bound. Here's my policy number. When I close out of this, now there's a few places where you can print. This is for the deposit. And let's go here. On the documents right here. And if you have anything that you need to upload to Otsego, you can also do that from here as well. So you can print any of the documents from here, or you can also print them from the print dropdown. You also have the option here to email. We hope that this video has been helpful. If you need tech support, you can reach us at 718-648-5300, extension 501. Also in the Rater, we do have the tech support options. If you'd like to connect to a live USD technician on your PC, you can do that from here, and that is available Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can also email a message to tech support, and you could do that right from here in the Rater. Again, the number for tech support, 718-648-5300, extension 501.